Life has been pretty weird since I finished university. Like a lot of graduates, after graduating, I spent the summer living out the last few months of my university accommodation, spending time with friends and making the most of the city. I had a great time, but in a way I was probably looking to prolong the inevitable of going back home and confronting the questions every graduate asks themselves of what next. But the thing about running away from your problems is you can only do it for so long. Before I knew it, the day came where I had to strip my room bare, physically pack my freedom into boxes and take myself right back to where it all started. It's been hard to not look at it symbolically as if I've regressed or made no progression in life, but if I'm being honest, that's how it's starting to feel. It's funny really, only a few months prior I was on top of the world. I put everything into my degree and it felt like everyone was proud of me and I was proud of myself. Now those same people are asking me what I'm doing with my life and why I haven't got a job yet. When combined with the pressures of social media and the achievements of my peers, I found myself applying to jobs I don't even really want, being rejected from those same jobs and ultimately asking myself, was my degree even worth it? And I think that's the worst part of it all, the fact I have no idea what I'm doing, where I want to go next or who I even want to be. At this moment in time, it truly feels like I'm drifting aimlessly without direction. This is a period that my younger self once dreamed of. For the first time in my life, I'm in a position where the world is truly at my feet. I can really go anywhere and do anything. And yet, with endless possibilities, it's become so easy to feel stuck and overwhelmed. You know, I just don't want to get it wrong. I don't want to look back on my life and regret what I should have done or the path I should have taken. But equally, I'm conscious of the ticking clock and how this thinking and overthinking just paralyses me from the present. But despite all of this, I think it's easy to look at this period of my life through a negative lens. Growing up in an education, we're so used to having a next step in our lives that not having one feels like a deficit. But I think I'm beginning to reach a point with all of this where I've begun to reframe my perspective, or at least I'm trying to. I'm realising just how young I am, and with that I'm trying to release some of the pressure I'm placing on myself to have it all figured out, which was probably never benefiting me in the first place. But most importantly, I'm learning that maybe it's okay to feel lost, that it might even be a good thing. It's not knowing our next step that puts us in a position to explore and experiment, to try new things and to meet new people. With no path to stray from, we're open to walking as many as we like. We can change our minds and ultimately see what best fits. And ironically, it's probably through this experimentation that we find what it is we're supposed to do. And that's partly what this video is. It's probably completely awful, and maybe I'll look back on it in a couple of years cringing on my former self. But the main thing is that it's a start. It's a step forward after spending so long standing still, and surely any action has to be better than nothing.